Hello, and welcome to Stephanie Uncensored, and this is the Chinese Zodiac book tag. Original book tag for me. Alright, so happy Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year this year actually runs from January the 27th until February the 2nd in 2017, and it is the year of the Rooster. So I decided to build a book tag of my own because I had seen quite a few other book tags that dealt with the zodiac, or the signs, or the water, fire, all of the elements, things like that. So I decided to do something a little different, and being that Chinese New Year is about to start tomorrow, I figured, hey, how about I do a tag of it, and do something fun, make it original. So what I did was I took all of the, I guess you can say what the years represent, and I just came up with information about them. I took their personalities, and then I named books that go along with them. So if you're interested in doing this, please feel free to. I would love to see what you guys come up with for my categories and everything like that. So let's get to it. So to start off Chinese New Year, you have The Rat. Quick-Witted and Resourceful. Name a book where the main character always has something smart to say. So for this one, I'm going with Charmed by Joanne Schwim. Her character of Gretchen was absolutely amazing. She's super sassy and fun to read throughout that whole entire book. She was a great asset to that book, and I loved her. Ox. Diligent and Dependable. Name a book that is patriotic. I went with Black Hawk Down, a story of modern war by Mark Bowen. I absolutely love Black Hawk Down. I love the book. I love the movie. It is definitely a patriotic film and book throughout. I mean, even knowing soldiers that were involved in it, it's interesting to talk with them or to conversate with them or anything like that, because they don't really talk about it, but at the same time, you know that it was an emotional point, and it's very patriotic in my book. Tiger. Brave and Confident. Name a book where the main character has to be brave throughout their entire journey. I went with Insidious by Alethea Roman. Victoria in this book, she has a really hard time, and if you haven't read this book, it's really a mind bender, but at the same time, Vic is just amazing how she perseveres and everything that she decides to do throughout the story. Rabbit. Quiet and Elegant. Name a book that was written beautifully and pure of heart. I have to go with Seeing Julia by Catherine Owen. The main character in this book, she goes through some serious hardships right in the beginning of the book, and then you get to see how she flourishes and how she changes and how she goes through her journey and how she remains herself through the whole thing, but at the same time learning. Dragon. Confident and Intelligent. Name a book where main characters are super smart in their actions. Okay, so I had to go with Gabriel's Inferno and Gabriel's Rapture by Sylvian Reynard, because this book was almost too smart to be a romance. I mean, there's so many smart moments in it, and they're super intellectual throughout the whole entire series. Snake. Intelligent and Wise. Name a book that is all about fun but has a message. I went with Turning 3012 by Sandy James, and this is, I mean, as the name of the book says, I mean, it's turning 3012. So you're thinking, what is this turning 3012 about? It's pretty much 30 plus 12. And so your main character is a mature woman, and she has some life changes that she has to go through. And it's fun, it's funny, but at the same time, it has a super message about being yourself and learning to change as time goes on. Horse. Active and Energetic. Name a book or series that is fast-paced and full of action. I went with The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. They are fairy tale retellings, and they have such a different twist and turn on them that it really had me sitting on the edge of my seat wanting to get to the next fairy tale that was going to be retold. Goat. Calm and gentle. Name a book or book series that revolves around a strong group of friends. I went with the Unexpected series by Amy Marie. And I went with this series over some of the other series that I've read because each book in this series revolves around a couple. Even though they do show up in the later books, each couple really gets their own book to sort of explore and navigate their journey as individuals, but at the same time keeping those friends in a close knit. So it was 6 people, and I really enjoyed that. So that's the one I'm going with. Monkey. Sharp and smart. Name a book that is super sexy and fun. I went with Can't Touch This by Tess Hunter, and I laughed all the way through it. It's super, super fun, but at the same time, the innuendos that go along with some of the writing in this book is absolutely sexy, and that's why I picked that book. Rooster, which is this year. This is the year of the rooster, so observant and hardworking. Name a book where a character was annoying and vain. So I went with Captain Holt from the Stark trilogy by C.D. Bradley, and if you have read either one of these 2 books, you will understand that he is such a dick. Oh my gosh, he's so... I sort of want to write him out, but you gotta have your villain in your book, and he most definitely would be the villain in this book, in this trilogy for me. He just really is annoying. Some of the things that he does and some of the actions that he takes, and it's just like, oh, I want to just reach in and just scream and strangle this guy. It's just, oh, so annoying. So annoying. Dog. Loyal and honest. Name a book where the characters provide a strong sense of loyalty and sincerity. So I went with Brightside and Gus. Well, it's Brightside, and then you have a book called Gus by Kim Holden. This duet, just, it's moving, and it deals with a sensitive subject that is just going to rip your heart out, but the way these characters are sincere and loyal to each other is just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just amazing. Amazing, amazing. Then the last one is The Pig, which is compassionate and generous. Name a book where the main character is devoted to the relationship almost to a fault. I went with Transference by Ava Harrison. And I went with this book because even though I didn't really enjoy this book, I only gave it 3 stars. The character of Preston, who is the therapist, he is devoted to Eve. He is so devoted to her that it's just like, oh, dude, can we just let it go? Just be her therapist. And, you know, they go round and round, and it's just, oh. It actually could probably fall into other categories, but this definitely, he was definitely loyal and devoted and compassionate to a fault in this. So now that I've done all those, I will leave the questions and the categories down in the description box. I'm not going to tag anyone, but if you feel like you want to do it and it sounds like fun, maybe you can come up with a lot of different books that I definitely didn't name, because I would love to see what you guys come up with. This is sort of how I get my book recommendations, what I'm going to read, so maybe you use this tag to do the same thing. Feel free to do it. Tag me in it once you've completed it, or let me, you know, come back to this video, let me know that you've completed it, and thank you for watching. Have fun, and we will see you guys later. Bye.